Your hair just suddenly went white. And next thing you know, hundreds of Special Forces soldiers have you completely surrounded because your body was mutating. You were about to turn into a bloodthirsty monster, but somehow, you held back the urge to attack, and you made a request nobody saw coming. Before you take me away, can I hold my mom one last time? She's already on her way here. The higher-ups around you agreed on the surface, but every single one of them had their own agenda. Some thought you'd never hurt anyone and still had a conscience, worth recruiting. Others thought a bloodthirsty creature like you had no business being alive. Just then, a figure came sprinting from a distance. It was your mother. But the moment you zoned out watching her run toward you, a special agent named Miyazaki put a bullet right between your eyes and sent you plummeting into the river. A shot between the eyes is most Revenants' weak spot. But you didn't die. Your wound healed right before everyone's eyes. And then, a voice entered your mind. Nameless Pangu, will you inherit my will and walk the path to godhood? Yes. And just like that, you were swallowed by darkness. You had no idea how long passed. Then through the haze, you heard voices. Boss, he took a bullet between the eyes. Can he even survive? I already brought him back. I'm not just gonna watch one of our own die. Go get some blood, quick. That's how you were saved, by a restaurant owner. You took on a new name, Lee Chen-Q. Turns out the owner, Li Ji, was a Revenant too. Revenants don't look much different from regular people. The only catch is they have to feed on human blood to keep their youth. 2.5 years went by just like that. You kept working at the restaurant the whole time, but revenge was never far from your mind. One day you were walking through the pouring rain when the perfect plan started forming in your head, but you barely took 2 steps before your phone rang. It was Li Ji. Get back here right now, kid. Why are you suddenly poking around Special Investigation Unit Team 4? You kept your cool. I'm going for revenge. The timing is perfect. Are you out of your mind? You're only level 1. Team 4's leader, Wang Zhongshan, is at least level 3. You just smiled. Honestly, the concern wasn't completely off base. When a Revenant maxes out their natural abilities, they can break through to the next level by consuming humans. But you'd always been dead set against that, so you'd never broken through. I've seen level 3 fighters in action. I hit that level myself 6 months ago. Li Ji was at a loss for words. Then at least tell me where you are. Me and Li Qing will come back you up. Not necessary. You hung up and walked straight into a hot pot noodle shop. This place used to be your regular spot back when you were still human. Hey, can I get the veggie combo? Sorry, we stopped doing the veggie combo 2 years ago. All right, then give me the beef combo. After ordering, you found a seat, right across from someone. A man who looked about 40, rough, cracked skin, clearly a manual laborer. He was your target today. It didn't take long for him to notice you staring. You've been watching me since you walked in. Something you need? You pulled out a couple of napkins and slowly wiped the rain off your hands. Eat up while you can. After this, there won't be another chance. The man tensed up and slowly shifted his foot toward the door. There are dozens of people watching this place from outside. Step out that door, and you're dead. Revenant. The man's pupils snapped tight. A bead of sweat the size of a marble hit the floor. I'm here to help you. You dragged a finger across your hand, slicing it open. The wound sealed itself in seconds. As you can see, I'm a Revenant too. Take me hostage. The special unit won't dare make a move. Once we get to Lujiang Bridge, there'll be people waiting for us. After a full satisfying meal, you scanned the QR code and paid. But right at that moment, the man made his move, grabbed you by the throat and dragged you toward the exit. The owner grabbed her phone. Let go of her right now or I'm calling the cops. The man didn't care. He kicked a hole straight through the wall. The crowd outside immediately knew something was off. That kind of force, that guy's a Revenant. People scattered in all directions. The man made it to Lujiang Bridge without any trouble. But the second he got there, something felt wrong. Where is everybody? You said there'd be people here to meet us. He looked around. The bridge was empty. The river was empty. Not a soul in sight. It didn't take long for him to realize he'd been played. You were using me as bait, weren't you? But just as he raised his fist to teach you a lesson, a jeep came screaming in out of nowhere. The door swung open, and a pale-faced young man stepped out calmly. You knew exactly who this was. Gong Shi, the deputy leader of Team 4. You're the one in charge here, right? Get me a car, tell your soldiers to stand down, and once I'm out of the city, I'll let her go, the man yelled. Gong Shi just shrugged. If you release the hostage right now, I can arrange for your family to see you one last time. That's the best I can offer. Then you spoke up from below. Under federal law, if a Revenant takes a hostage and makes unlawful demands, the special unit has the authority to use lethal force. That was the last straw. The man's eyes locked onto you. You're the one who got me into this mess. I'll take you down with me. He swung with every ounce of strength he had, straight at your forehead. The crack of breaking bone rang out sharp and clean through the rain, but in the next second, the man doubled over screaming, clutching his hand. It was like he'd punched a steel plate, every bone in his wrist, shattered. Every member of the special unit stood there with their jaws on the floor, Miyazaki and Wang Zhongshan included. But Wang Zhongshan, the veteran, snapped out of it fast. Take them down, both of them, they're Revenants! The sound of gunfire and thunder erupted at the same time. A wall of bullets came flying straight at both of you. But your expression didn't change. The moment those words left your mouth, every raindrop within range froze in midair. The metallic clang of impacts rang out non-stop. and every single bullet hit the suspended raindrops and got deflected. This was your second ability, Aqua Burst. See, in your dreams there were 12 black and white creatures. You'd figured out that every time you defeated someone at level 1 or above, one of those creatures gained a little more color. Aqua Burst came from one of the fully colored ones. When regular guns proved useless, Wang Zhongshan quietly called in an anti-materiel sniper set up far in the distance. Miyazaki pulled off his gloves and aimed at you with just his hand, like a gun. 2 shots rang out simultaneously. The bullets tore through the suspended raindrops and came flying straight at you, but you didn't move. You just let them pass right through you. Did we miss? How is that possible? Miyazaki's eyes went wide. At that range, there was 0 chance he'd missed. So why was there not a single mark on you? He raised his hand again, but you didn't give him the chance. In a blink, you were right in front of him, grabbed his face and slammed him into the Jeep. The impact caved in the car door from the inside. Wang Zhongshan immediately called for a ceasefire. All level 1 and above, close-range combat with me. He charged to the front himself, and dozens of special unit members surged in right behind him. But you just grinned. The second those words left your lips, every frozen raindrop launched in all directions at once. The charging soldiers got shredded like paper. Only Wang Zhongshan survived. His entire body had gone black, and he took the full hit with his bare body. Watching his teammates go down, his eyes went bloodshot. He gripped his blade and swung at you. The sheer force tore a dry gap through the curtain of rain. But you just smiled and caught the blade between 2 fingers. Even with every vein in his body bulging, Wang Zhongshan couldn't push it forward an inch. Looking at you standing there, smiling in his face, his brain on pure instinct told him to run. He crushed that thought immediately. He was the captain of Team 4. He'd die before he retreated. But just then, a furious shout broke through. "You son of a!" Miyazaki had dragged himself back to his feet. His eyes were completely bloodshot. He raised both hands and took aim at you. But at that same moment, every raindrop within 19 meters froze again. Nobody moves. The anti-material sniper 100 meters out fired again. The bullet ripped through the air with a sonic crack and passed straight through you again, blowing a crater in the ground behind you. How is that possible? Missed again? The sniper couldn't believe it. At 100 meters, he'd never missed, not even a fly. What they didn't know was that at the exact moment the bullet arrived, you just slightly shifted your body out of the way. But you moved so fast, it looked to everyone else like the bullet had passed clean through you. You glanced in the direction the shot came from. I told everyone not to move. A single raindrop punched straight through the sniper's skull. Wang Zhongshan's radio erupted with a scream, and in that moment, he finally understood. The person in front of him had reached a level of power that was genuinely terrifying, and the strongest revenant in this entire city was only at the 4th tier. You climbed up onto the roof of the Jeep. 2 years ago, a kid named Chen Xiu was killed on this bridge by your people. Under federal law, you were required to recover the body and return it to the family. Why didn't you do that? You paused, then continued. His mother went to the special unit to beg for her son's body back, and nobody even looked at her. Then the footage from this bridge leaked online. People were furious. Thousands came out in support of Chen Xiu and went after the one who killed him. Wang Zhongshan's eyes shifted around uneasily. After a long pause, he finally spoke quietly. Recovering a body from the Lujiang River is extremely difficult, and by that point the whole thing had already blown up too big. I went to her place, gave her 10,000 yuan in the special unit's name, but she was completely unstable. After I left, she jumped. But you just laughed. You pulled out a photo and dropped it in front of Wang Zhongshan. It showed a woman and a child, bound and tied. I'll give you one last chance to tell the truth. The moment Wang Zhongshan saw the photo, his eyes went red. You got a problem, come at me. Leave my family out of this. He lunged at you like a rabid dog. You laughed it off, planted your foot on him, and pinned him to the ground. You think I won't do it? Wang Zhongshan's face crumbled. I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. Just please, when it's done, let my wife and kids go. Please. He pressed both palms flat on the ground and bowed his head to the floor with a thud. You said calmly, "Go ahead. I'm a man of my word." Hearing that, Miyazaki nearly lost it on the spot. He wasn't stupid. Whoever this person was, they clearly had a deep connection to Xu Yue and her son. If Wang Zhongshan talked, Miyazaki was finished. Just as he was about to open his mouth and stop it, your voice cut through first. Say one word, and you're dead. Miyazaki froze and didn't dare breathe. After a long silence, Wang Zhongshan began. After that surveillance footage got out, people online went absolutely nuclear on Miyazaki. He was getting heat from inside the unit too. Eventually, Miyazaki used his family's connections to get his father to make the whole thing go away. His father then asked me to handle it, and wired 1,000,000 yuan to my account. Wang Zhongshan's voice got heavy. I went to the woman's place. She'd already lost her mind. The whole table was covered in dumplings. I asked her why she'd made so many. She said her son loved them. After that, I warned her, told her to stop showing up at the special unit, or things wouldn't go well for her. She lost it and started throwing dumplings at me, so I grabbed her by the hair and threw her off the 7th floor. You slowly closed your eyes. Is there any chance Xu Yue survived? Probably not. About a month later, we found a revenant in that neighborhood. Its ability was invisibility. Odds are she was picked up by that revenant. After saying all of that, Wang Zhongshan looked like he'd aged 20 years on the spot, but his eyes were full of desperate hope. That's everything. The truth. Can you let my family go now? You slowly opened your eyes. Cold. Empty. All right. Kill yourself. I'll let you hear their voices before you go. Thank you. Wang Zhongshan took a deep breath, grabbed the sword beside him, and drove it straight into his own chest. He crumpled to the ground. You pulled out your phone, pulled up a video, and crouched down in front of him. Watch. You hit play. A second later, piercing screams blasted from the speaker, his wife and child. But then, near the end, the screaming stopped. 2 droplets of water passed straight through the door on screen and ended both of their lives without a word. The video ended. The veins on Wang Zhongshan's forehead bulged as he stared at you, and the last light in his eyes went out. Happy now? Your whole family gets to be together. Don't mention it. You said it with a cold smirk. You stood up, looked over at Miyazaki. Don't worry. Your family was harder to get to than his. I've got nothing to threaten you with. Bro, Wang Zhongshan was lying. I swear I didn't know anything about this. Miyazaki kept slowly backing away. Give me your phone. You held out your hand. Miyazaki didn't dare refuse. He handed it over. You took it, scrolled through his contacts, found one saved as ATM, and called it. Hey, is Miyazaki your son? You didn't beat around the bush. Silence on the other end. Nothing. Cat got your tongue? Your eyes narrowed. No, I can talk. A low, flat voice came through the line. You're the Revenant from Lujiang Bridge, aren't you? The video of you killing people is all over the internet. The only stranger who could be calling me from my son's phone right now has to be you. He sounded completely composed. Good. Then you know the deal. You've got 30 minutes to get yourself and your family here, or there's no reason to keep Miyazaki alive. Don't need 30 minutes. My family and I aren't coming. A child can be replaced. But if something happens to me or my wife, that's the end. The only reason I picked up your call was to make this clear. You killed my son. There's nothing left between us but war to the death. Do you have the guts to live with that? The moment he finished speaking, helicopters came closing in from every direction. The river below filled with boats, packed with special unit soldiers. On the bridge, 100 jeeps were rolling in fast. So this is what you call guts, you smiled. Release my son and I'll let you walk out of here alive. Don't, and you die right there. His voice was sharp and absolute. You listened, then tossed the phone straight into the river. At that exact moment, several beams of white light landed on your hands.